Okay, so magandang hapon sa ating lahat. No, actually evening na, 6 p.m. already. We still have some attendees coming in. So you have your, for example, your acquaintances, your friends or family who are interested in this kind of webinar. Please do invite them over kasi hindi pa tayo nagsistart sa main part of the session. Okay, now before I proceed, no, let me check with our participants if you clearly see my screen and also hear my voice, kindly type in yes sa ating chat box. And thank you so much, Miss Rochelle. We have Aljon. We also have familiar names sa ating attendees right now. No, I'm very happy together with the new ones coming in. You have Sir Mark. Hi, Sir James. We have Marvin as well. All right. Now, welcome to our, I think, second to the last Halloween session of this month, no? Titled Boost Your Wealth, Smart Investing with BPI Funds. Now, I am Isnair Dirampaton. You can call me Tara for short. I am the Business Development Associate from First Metro Securities. It's great to see so many of you joining us this evening, no? For the next hour, we'll learn how to turn yung ating takot, no, yung fears natin sa investing into confidence and discover how BPI funds can help us grow our money wisely. Before we begin, I think our reminders was sent earlier, 2 minutes ago with our moderator. So if you do have some questions regarding our topic or for example with BPI Wealth, no, you can type your questions sa ating Q&A button and then we'll try to raise them over sa ating live session for catering those questions. Okay? All right. So ready na ba tayo to boost our wealth? Let's get started, no? Now, to those who are, I think, new sa ating mga sessions with First Metro Securities, our company is dedicated to financial literacy and creating awareness of investment opportunities that empower our individuals like just like you guys and also big institutions to attain their financial goals. So just like this event, we are actually doing, I think 80% of our sessions is mostly nasa face to face and then some of it is nasa sessions but then with the online, no, some of the, for example, yung mga invitation comes from different parts of the Philippines na hindi kaya puntahan agad, but there are actually people who are interested to know more about finances and investing, kaya tayo mayroong mga online sessions with you guys. Now, we also collaborate with academic institutions, yung mga colleges and universities natin. We also have the public sector and private companies. So, it's amazing how technology together with social media channels, no, that enable us to add value no, wherever you are located, even in remote areas. Okay, so here's actually another addition to our collaborative session we hold every now and then to highlight different investment options, no? So when we talk about investing, hindi talaga ganun ka 100% lahat mag-invest, no? So meron mga syempre mga doubts and fears. Marami sa atin yung natatakot baka for example malugi, baka mahirapan intindihin yung basics ng investing or baka kailangan ng malaking capital, no? So, per the truth is, investing doesn't have to be scary. Now, to explain all this, no, and guide us on how to invest smarter, we've invited a special guest from BPI Wealth. Our speaker tonight is from institutional business team of BPI Wealth with years of experience helping Filipinos grow their money through professional fund management. Let's all give a warm welcome to Mr. Joseph Angelo Ladaban. Hi, Angelo. The spotlight is yours. Thank you.
Hi, Tara. Thank you. All right, so let me just share my screen. Okay. All right. So, good evening, everyone. No, thank you again for taking some of your free time, no, from your busy schedules to listen to our webinar today. I just want to reintroduce myself. No, my name is Angela Daban under BPI Wealth. And today we will be focusing on boosting your wealth, or in this case, no, since Halloween ang theme natin, boosting your wealth. So yun nga, so since malapit na ang Halloween and I hope maraming mahilig sa atin sa horror or sa Plants vs. Zombies kasi yun ang magiging theme natin today. Ako, personally, duwag ako sa mga horror pero di ko alam bakit. Pero lagi akong interested manood sa genre na to, no? So, I am also hoping na marami sa audience natin today after this session, hindi na matatakot to invest. Alright? So, let's begin, no? Let's begin by starting with this phrase. Invest before it's too late. So, you may be wondering if you should start investing already. At what age ba dapat ako nag invest na, no? Or kailan ba ang best time to invest? And ang sagot dyan is now. There is no age limit or requirement when it comes to investing. And the best time to start is always as soon as possible. Whether you're still a fresh grad na may konting savings pa lang or malapit na mag-retire, there is no better time to invest than now. So, and with that, no, I would like to move on to the next discussion, which is yung ating career stages, starting with the early stage. Yan. So, dito, yung mga tinatawag ng generation ko na yuppies, mga fresh grad pa lang or very new to the adulting life, no? These are people na nagsisimula pa lang sumweldo and still focusing on building up their careers. Siguro when I was in this stage, no, I would have two out of four of the goals listed there, no. And that's to one, travel with my barkada, and two, contribute to family. Of course, being a fresh grad or early in my career, no, I did not have much to do these things. So, kapag may travel with barkada, local lang yung mga destinations. Kapag contribute naman sa family, mga pang dog food lang or internet lang muna ang kayang maambag, no? So sa mga yuppies diyan, you probably have similar um, restrictions as I did while I was still and still while still sharing the same goals that I had. So okay lang kung maliit pa yung natatabi natin kasi given the investment environment and financial inclusivity naman today, it is no longer just for those with large amounts of savings. So, for as little as for a minimum of 1,000 today, no, you can already have exposure in a lot of securities, which we will dive into or know more about later on in today's session. Then we have those naman who are in the middle of their career like myself, no? Dito naman is when you have new and more responsibilities. Medyo bumibigat na yung life responsibilities natin, no? Kung dati, kayang-kaya mag-soul searching sa Siargao or may gala every weekend. Ngayon, may goals na tayo to saving up na to buy a new car or get married, maybe buy or renovate a house, no? So, in this stage of your life, mas nagiging financially independent na tayo from our parents. In my personal experience, I'm already starting to contribute more to our household expenses, and we're even in the process of planning of to make home renovations, no. Pero kahit na bumibigat ang financial responsibilities ko, I still try to make it a point to set aside a portion of my income for my future family or retirement goals. So, as early as now, no, or even as early as the early stage kanina, pwede na natin i-prepare yung sarili natin for retirement by saving and investing. Lastly, those who are in the late stage, sino sila, no? They're mostly the ones who have established themselves in their careers. And at this stage, siguro, yung peak of how much responsibilities we'll have in our lives. Since hindi lang yung needs and wants natin, yung iniisip natin. Tayo naman yung siguro mag-aalaga sa parents natin. Or di kaya may mga anak na rin na kailangan ng support natin for their future. So, kahit established na sila sa mga careers nila, no, it's also prevalent na pati yung expenses nag-increase. So, we can see sort of a pattern, no, na as we progress in our careers or the stages, no, from early, mid to late, so does our obligations and responsibilities. Nakakatakot isipin, but it is a reality we need to face. And one way to prepare ourselves is by setting aside a portion of our income and investing. And before we get into that, pag-usapan muna natin how regular Filipinos like you and me save their money. So, most of the time, no, once we receive our salary, we usually put our expenses first. And whatever is left becomes our savings. Yun na yung nagiging ipon natin. In fact, minsan pa nga, hindi natin nakokontrol yung expenses natin or spending natin, no? So, wala na talagang natitira to save. Ako, sometimes I'm a victim of this, no? So, don't feel bad if you feel, kung nangyayari din yan sa inyo. No? Kaya nakikita natin sa example na wala nang natitirang candy sa pumpkin basket at natatanong na lang natin yung sarili natin, nasaan na yung candy ko? Or nasaan na yung sweldo ko, di ba? So, here is an example of an average Filipino's budget. And sabihin na natin na this individual has a net income of 20,000 pesos. Over the month, makikita natin yung expenses niya, no? And because there is no mindset to set aside savings first, and hindi niya na-control yung spending niya, wala na rin siyang naipon. Honestly, even until now, I find myself struggling to set aside a portion of my income because there's so much I want to have. I'm sure that there are some of you as well, no, dyan sa audience natin today, here, who feel similarly. Given how easy it is today, no, to access and consume the things that we want, I often find myself impulse buying those designer apparels, next tickets to a concert or a vacation, and disregarding to think about saving. At dahil minsan hindi ako nakakatabi ng savings, hindi rin 'yon uh, nakakatulong sa pag-achieve ng mga priorities and goals ko sa buhay. So, ano ba ang better alternative? The better alternative is uunahin natin magtabi for our savings rather than having the mindset of kung ano na lang yung matitira pagkatapos ng mga shopping or gala natin, di ba? So, dito makikita na natin na may laman pa yung basket kasi we are already prioritizing our savings over our expenses. So, going back to the monthly budget exercise that we did kanina, ano ba ang mga expenses na necessary and hindi? So, what are expenses that we need and expenses that we want? It is important to know how to differentiate ano ba yung mga needs natin versus yung mga wants lang. In this case, after pumasok yung 20,000, meron na tayong tinatabing 3,000 agad. At least, may funds na for investments and taking one step closer to the bigger goals, no? So, napalitan na natin yung mindset natin when it comes to spending, and the next step is to look for options on how to cut down on our expenses. In this case naman, sacrificing our daily trips to our favorite coffee shops with more affordable coffee may be the way to go. So we'll probably need to find other ways para matalo ang puyat, or better yet, baka fix na lang our sleeping habits, no? I'm a victim, and I think I should fix my sleeping habits as well. So what actually stops us from saving our income? Maybe we have a tendency to max out our credit cards na naiipit na tayo to settle them, or di kaya iniisip natin na masyadong maraming bayarin ngayon at di ko kaya mag-save. I'm sure everyone here today sa audience has their own zombies or obstacles to face. And it may seem a bit overwhelming, no? And I want you to know, no, that those are all valid thoughts. Pero isipin din natin, how will we get to our long-term goals if we don't start planting the seeds or start somewhere, 'di ba? So when we invite these negative thoughts, hindi talaga tayo makakasimula makarating dun sa mga goals natin. And we will continue naman to hinder ourselves from actually starting to save. So, paano ba natin ma-overcome yung mga zombies na 'to, yung mga obstacles natin? Through three concrete steps. So first, we will talk about determining your income stream. Ano ba ang mga sources of income natin? It could be from business sales, yung monthly salary natin, yung mga income natin on a monthly basis, 'di ba? Or even maybe from a pension or provident fund, no? Basta take into account all of your income streams so that you have a better grasp of how much you're earning on a regular basis. After determining what your inflows are, the next step is to revisit and review your expenses. Ano ba ang usual gastos natin? And where do we begin, no? So, we can start by looking at ano ba ang mga usual credit card payables natin? Or pwede rin natin check ano ba regularly ang nasa online shopping carts natin dyan sa Lazada, sa Shopee, sa Shein, no? Yung mga naghihintay ng 11-11 diyan, parehas tayo naghihintay. Baka pwede din natin mabawasan yon, no? Might be one way for us to save. So, another option naman is reviewing what our monthly utilities and average grocery bills are, na parehong necessary naman in our everyday lives, no? Once we've done this step, we can now move on to the last step, which is identifying our spending trends and habits. We will need to identify what recurring charges are not being utilized. For example, no, marami kaming subscriptions ngayon sa mga streaming apps, yung mga Netflix, Amazon Prime, View, Disney Plus, and a lot more, no? And hindi naman lahat nagagamit namin araw-araw. Lalo na ngayon at nagiging busy na, yun na nga, mas nagiging busy na with more adulting problems since hindi naman na kami sa early stage, 'di ba? And have more responsibilities. Yeah. So baka I need to reconsider then which of the streaming apps I can unsubscribe para magamit ko yung funds sa ibang bagay, 'di ba? Or sa investing, 'di ba? To invest. So being able to differentiate what we need daily is also essential to saving. Going back to what I mentioned earlier, we're again encountering asking ourselves, ano ba yung mga needs natin? Ano ba yung mga gusto lang natin, 'di ba? Ako sometimes mahilig ako sa mga certain brands when I shop for clothes. Pero in the end of the day, a 300 peso shirt functions the same as more as a more expensive and branded shirt, 'di ba? In this case, necessity naman ng clothes, 'di ba? So bakit ko pa pag-iisipan? So we need it in our daily lives. But nagiging want na lang siya kasi nga mas mahal na branded pa ang bibilhin, 'di ba? Why not go for a simple shirt? Lastly, we need to set realistic spending goals. Doon sa example natin kanina of taking less trips to our favorite coffee shops, I am actually someone who practices this every day. I simply make my own coffee with a three-in-one sachet instead of going to a cafe or restaurant to get my coffee fix, no? Pero talagang dapat ayusin ko na lang yung sleeping habits ko din. Minsan hindi talaga pasok sa budget, and hindi realistic for me to spend at the moment. So let's say no na we were able to start saving na after doing these concrete steps. Anong next natin gagawin? Anong gagawin natin doon sa savings natin na natabi? Gagastusin na ba natin agad? Or itatabi muna natin for future use? So it is totally up to you, no? But in the spirit of our webinar today, let's say that we want to invest yung natabi nating savings or income para those funds can also work for us, 'di ba? Hindi siya naiiwan or natutulog lang in our deposit accounts. We will start to set aside money today to allow us to prepare for our life goals. So like in Plants vs Zombies, it's time to prepare ourselves for the incoming zombies or obstacles by upgrading our plants and pots through investing. So kapag naglalaro tayo ng Plants vs Zombies, tayo yung hero. Tayo yung bida. So for today, let's use the word hero as an acronym for the next leg of the session. Starting with letter H, no? Which is investment horizon or horizon, no? So when I say horizon, I am talking about our investment horizon and how long we are willing to invest. So, kapag dine-determine natin ano yung investment horizon natin, we ask ourselves, when do we expect to use ba yung funds na yon? What is the most ideal and realistic timeline or gaano ba katagal for me to invest, for me to achieve yung main objectives ko, objectives ko and get to the next level, 'di ba? It can be next year or maybe 3 to 5 years from now or even longer. So let's go back to our discussion earlier dun sa mga career stages, yung early, mid, and late career. Most of the individuals who are nearing retirement or are retired already tend to lean towards a shorter horizon, as this allows them to stay highly liquid and exposes them to less risk. So mas defensive ang strategy nila. So these investments are more defensive and help investors prepare for their lives after retiring or during retirement. And of course, di naman din lahat ng nasa early and mid stages, no, gusto agad ng long horizon. This is actually a good option or a good way to start for those who are just beginning their investment journey and would like to experience investing for the first time. However, no, investments na with shorter horizon and less risk should also not expect significant return. On the other hand naman, individuals na may goals to attain higher returns and have investable funds, which are not needed naman immediately, no, and can consider having a longer horizon. Usually, yung mga nag-i-invest sa mga longer horizon investments, may long-term main objective kasi yung mga yan, na big spend, no? It could be for a long trip to explore different destinations. It could be to build your dream house, no? Or that long-awaited concert or vacation that you're waiting for. Basta anything that will require you to do a lot of preparation or in this case, upgrading your pots and plants para ma-accomplish yung goal na yon. So now let's go to E and R, no, which is experience and risk tolerance. So we were able to determine na yung investment horizon natin. Ano naman ang experience and risk tolerance? Once we have our investment horizon, we can now more or less figure out our investment personality. So a conservative investor is usually averse to taking on a lot of risk. These investors ideally want to preserve their savings without getting left behind too much by inflation, while still having their funds easily accessible and highly liquid. No? On the other hand, you may also see yourself taking on a little more risk, no, and not afraid of the possibility of short-term losses. If so, then you may have a moderate investment personality. No? Lastly naman, if you see yourself as someone like me, no, and you are okay with exposing your savings or your income, yung natabi nating income, in a more volatile environment, and are okay to see the market fluctuate, then we are aggressive investors. Yung mga under sa personality na to have an aim to achieve higher returns through long-term capital growth. So, okay yan kung nagpe-prepare ka for your retirement sa early and mid stage of your career pa lang, no? So, you can have a longer horizon. So if you're expecting to set a goal, no, that will require you a longer time to reach and will be pricing nga, then maybe looking into assets that promise higher returns is something that you should explore and study. And now that we understand our personalities, what kind of investments naman are recommended for you? In this case, no, if you have a conservative personality, you are most likely to invest in money market instruments. So these assets are classified as investments with less risk and a short horizon of less than 1 year. So mas defensive ang strategies ng investments na to. And since they are low risk investments, we can also expect that the returns are not as promising as the other assets. Moving on naman to those with moderate personalities, no, you will most likely be keen on investing in fixed income assets or government and corporate bonds. So these assets naman have a longer horizon and offers an opportunity for some capital growth. While it is not as volatile as equities, they offer slightly more favorable rewards than the previous assets we talked about. And lastly naman, for us aggressive personalities, we will be putting a larger portion of our portfolio in equities. Unlike the previous two assets, an equity is an asset that allows you to have ownership in the company. Ikaw yung may-ari, no? So what does this mean? When the company is performing, investors will enjoy the rewards of its outstanding production. So pag maganda ang performance ng company, you can also expect na tumataas yung price ng stocks niya, 'di ba? However, it is also a double-edged sword since there are occasions naman when a company will not perform as expected and investors will also feel yung impact from the shortfall. So, pag lugi yung company, mararamdaman din nung investor. Kasi nga, para kang may-ari nung company na yon, di ba? So, investing in these assets offer very promising rewards, but at the cost of higher risk and uncertain volatility. The returns are not guaranteed, and we should always be prepared for any outcome. So, before investing in equities, always do your homework and study up on the corporations you intend to invest in. So now that we know our investment personality and risk tolerance, we can now move on to the last acronym we have for HERO, no, which is O for objective. So this could be our next destination around the world, no? Pwede rin planning to start our own business. Baka it's to build or renovate your dream house. Some of us, I'm sure, also consider how they can support and take care of their own health as well as their families. So as early as possible, no, we should be preparing for our main objectives in life. Kahit yung mga nasa early careers pa lang can already start investing for their retirement. The investment market today is more accessible than what it was in the past, like I mentioned kanina. No? So now we should ask ourselves, no, now that we know how to set our goals, no, and how to attain it. Uh, we should now ask ourselves, where should you invest your money? So I would like to recommend, no, investing in our highlighted BPI Wealth Investment Funds, no, starting with the BPI Short Term Fund. So why the BPI short-term fund? So because this is the perfect fund for investors who have a very conservative risk appetite. So kanina, 'di ba, meron tayong conservative, moderate, and aggressive. So this is perfect for those na conservative investors. This fund will let you enjoy steady income potential while maintaining a very liquid and resilient position. Gaya ng discussion natin earlier, investors na gusto lang i-preserve yung savings nila without getting left behind too much by inflation, but still having their funds easily accessible to them. So, pwede siyang pang-parking ng funds natin. This is also a good way to dip your toes in investing for those na nagsisimula pa lang mag-invest. Ayan, so we can see here yung fund performance ng BPI short-term fund. Dito naman, as you can see, very steady ang pag-increase ng mga nag invest sa fund na ito. It may not be as fast as other funds, but it is definitely less risky and has very low volatility. The next fund naman that I would like to introduce is the BPI Global Bond Income Fund. Now, this fund, no, is yet to be available in FundSmart, but you can expect it very soon to be available there. So, why am I recommending this fund naman? So, this fund is a feeder fund that intends to follow its target fund's broad range of fixed income securities while offering regular monthly income and some potential for capital growth. Available din ito in two currency classes in dollars, US dollars and Philippine peso. So, ito naman, this is the fund's performance so far, no? It's fairly new, no? Now you might be asking why the performance between the US dollar and the Philippine peso classes are different. This is because the peso class is subject to foreign exchange risk as the exposure to this is not hedged. As you can see from the fund's performance, it offers regular monthly annualized yield of around 6% to its investors. Kaya okay rin ang fund na ito dahil may natatanggap tayo monthly by investing in this fund. While again, still having the potential for some capital growth. And the next fund that I would like to introduce naman is the BPI Global Equity Fund of Funds. So ito naman purely the US dollar ang class niya, no. It's not available yet in Philippine peso. So this fund places its pooled funds in various global equity collective investment schemes with the intention to achieve long-term capital growth. So this allows aggressive investors who the opportunity, no, to gain exposure from the potential of the global markets, which includes markets from the US, Europe, and Asia, and other emerging markets. So this is the fund's performance, no? And nakikita natin na mas volatile siya compared to the other two funds that we discussed. Ang movement ng graph natin, nakikita natin na very volatile siya, 'di ba? Again, this is a fund for those na may aggressive na risk appetite and are okay to see nga yung market fluctuate. So here is the funds allocation. And as you can see, no, there is a diverse geographic allocation. Investors are also able to benefit from the expertise of proven managers such as JP Morgan, Wellington, and Capital Group, all in a single actively managed solution. So it helps investors optimize exposure across various key markets to maximize return potential. So essentially, yung fund na to offers diversified exposure across various international markets like Japan and emerging markets in Asia na kung saan AI and policy easing support growth. This balanced position helps yung mga investors to capture regional opportunities while reducing idiosyncratic risks or market-specific exposure. So to those naman who are excited to invest already, please wait, no? Kasi by now, I'm hoping na malakas na ang loob ng audience natin to face our fears when it comes to investing. Parang kapag nag-celebrate tayo ng Halloween, 'di ba? In this case, I want to give you some investment tips that I like sharing when I have these webinars. So one of them is to not put all your treats in one cauldron or not put all your eggs in one basket. Yun yung mas regular nating naririnig. Not to put all your eggs in one basket. So, ang ibig sabihin lang naman nito is that we should practice diversification and divide our funds in a variety of investment instruments. Ang goal ng tip na to is to reduce the risk you're exposing yourself to. If you invest in instruments that do not move in the same direction at the same time or at the same pace, then you will reduce your chances of losing money. And the next tip naman that I would like to share is that timing the market or the spooky market does not work. No one really knows when the market will be in its lowest or its highest. So it would be best not to speculate and time the market. Wala naman tayong magic that will help us foresee the future, which brings me to my last tip. It's always best to do cost averaging. And remember that consistency is the key. Ang ibig sabihin dito is that rather than trying to again time the spooky market, no, we should capitalize on consistency by investing a fixed amount at regular intervals. In this way, you buy more shares when prices are low and fewer shares when prices are high. So I would like to thank everyone no for listening to our webinar today sa session natin today. I'll be passing the floor to Tara. I hope ready na yung mga audience natin to invest and nawawala na yung takot to start.
Okay, thank you, Anjo, no? Actually, ang dami nating nakuhang informative and also practical sessions. Actually, tips, no? Ang dami natin. So, actually, from that have siguro two important key tips siguro. Number one is hindi dapat katakutan ang investing dahil may, for example, experts or fund professionals just like our speakers who can help you know along the way. Second is pwede natin gawing opportunity ang market jitters through diversification. And also lastly is FundSmart. Okay, so mas madali and also mas convenient for you to start off with mutual funds and UITFs through the FundSmart. And now speaking of FundSmart, no, I'd like to take this opportunity to share a little more about how you can actually invest in BPI funds. Yung mga na-mention ng ating speaker. And also how you can do it through our platform. Okay, now With FundSmart, actually, you can explore, no? Meron kaming platform where you can actually filter out yung ating mga funds. So currently, right now, we have over 131 funds. So in our platform, you have the opportunity to actually compare different funds, no? So for example, this one, I filter out yung mga best BPI peso UITFs that you can get. For example, for 1 year change, as of yesterday, October 22, yung depende sa inyo to identify which ones yung better or suited for you. Okay? Now, at the same time, you can actually explore din yung kanya fund profile. Okay, you get to know more about that fund. For example, you want to know more about that top performing fund, for example, BPI Invest US Equity Feeder Fund. So you get to know how much yung kanyang minimum investment, for example, yung fund allocation, and also the investment objective. Now, for example, for this kind of fund, no? Yung total return of the S&P 500 giving you exposure to top US companies. Okay? Now, if you'd like to, for example, subscribe, no? For example, if you want to subscribe in this type of fund, you can actually simply click lang yung ating subscribe button that is actually located sa ating upper right side portion of the platform. No? So this will redirect you to the instruction entry page kung saan you can enter yung ating desired investment amount. No? For example, for this type of fund, yung minimum investment niya is 1,000 pesos. So you can invest with 1,000 pesos per depende sa inyo if you want to add more. For example, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. It really depends sa inyo. So just make sure that you have enough funds in your account. Okay? And also, best of all, I think one of the good uh, features of FundSmart is that you can invest with so natin that you invest goes directly into your chosen fund. No? So the friction costs aren't passed on to you as an investor, they are covered na po by the fund itself. So whether you are just starting out or planning to grow your portfolio, you can try exploring yung FundSmart natin right after this webinars. You get to choose all of the funds, including yung ating VPI wealth na funds. No? So it's your one-stop shop for mutual funds and UITFs and designed to make investing simple, smart, and accessible for every Filipinos. Now, for those who don't have an account with us but very interested to open one, we'd like to let you know that you only need one account for all your investment needs, meaning isang login access lang tayo. You can access your portfolio using your desktop. If comfortable tayo, for example, with your laptops, desktop na, for example, tablet, or even yung ating mobile phones, you can do that. You can also trade with PSE stocks, real estate investment trusts, UITFs, bonds, and of course, yung ating mga mutual funds. Now, very simple lang yung ating account opening process. No need to go to our office, no? You can actually open an account with us in the comfort of your home. So you can open through our website, that's www.firstmetrosec.com.ph, or scan the QR code via your mobile phone that is showing on your screen right now. Meron po tayong mobile application. Ang pangalan po is First Metrosec Go that is available po sa ating Apple App Store and even sa ating Android na Play Store. So lahat po ng pag-input po ng importanteng details or even loading of required documents is your account opening application, please do use the seminar code SMART Investing para alam po namin that you came from this webinar. Okay? Now, for those who are interested to know more about First Metro Securities, ay yung mga services, products natin, or even future sessions that you want to attend about, for example, basic to advanced level of investing ng mga sessions natin, feel free to connect with us. Again, yung ating website is www.firstmetrosec.com.ph. We are also available sa mga major social media channels. Search lang po natin at First Metrosec We have established communities po sa ating Facebook community. We are also available po yung sa ating Spotify for those na mahilig makinig ng mga short audibles about the market. For example, bite-size po na ating mga market education webinars na meron din po sa ating TikTok and also sa ating recorded sessions naman po sa YouTube. Okay? Now, for those who have accounts with us and also want to reach us because they have concerns, kindly email po yung ating mga concerns to customerservice@firstmetrosec.com.ph. Now, for those who are interested to invite First Metro Securities as your speaker, we have a designated team naman po to handle those kind of requests. For example, you want a customized, gamified, and also award-winning market education programs. For example, for your school, organization, for example, yung mga colleges, universities natin, or even private companies, just send us a formal invite na lang po via marketeducation@firstmetrosec.com.ph, or you can scan the QR code or take a screenshot for this one for future reference. Now, every year we do receive these recognitions. Every award is a tribute to the trust that our clients bestow upon us, and for that we are deeply grateful. First Metro Securities, together with its employees, are beyond grateful for this recognition as a broker and also to our trading platform. These awards are yours, our valued clients. Now, before we approach the end of our webinar, let's have a live Q&A with our speaker back again here sa ating spotlight. We have Anjo. You can ask questions about his presentation. Simply write them down sa ating designated Q&A section of the platform. And we'll try to get through as many as we can sa ating allotted time. And for those na hindi po namin makater because of for this one, we have received your advanced questions during the Zoom registration ninyo. So we'll try to erase them first before we cater yung mga na-receive natin during this time. Okay? Ayan. So we'll start off with first one from advanced questions. Anjo, which ones are recommended for seniors seeking moderate growth but with lower risk and stability?
Okay, sige. So, I guess to start things off, no, for seniors, no, the main focus should really be on keeping their money safe, no, while still earning a little growth. Since they have less time to bounce back from big market drops, stability and income are key, no. I guess, no, a good starting point would be money market funds like the BPI short-term fund that we talked about earlier. These are very low risk and easy to access. So very defensive siya for investors. If they want a bit more growth without taking on too much risk, no, fixed income funds such as the BPI Global Bond Income Fund can be a solid choice then, no. So invest invest in bonds, no. So they're generally steadier than stocks but can still provide better returns than money market funds. So the idea talaga is to stay on the defensive side and preserve capital first, then aim for modest growth.
Thank you, Anjo. Actually, we do have one from the chat box. Maybe I can answer this one. So, how much minimum money is required to invest in the money market? Actually, across our 131 funds in FundSmart, hindi siya same yung minimum initial investment, but most of the money market funds right now is minimum niya is 1,000. So, if you want to check out specific funds, you can check out the FundSmart para makita niyo yung minimum and also additional funds required. Okay? So moving on to the next question. Anjo, how can investors determine which stocks or funds fit their investment goals?
Okay. So, great question. Um, Again, the first step is what we discussed earlier in our session today, which is to know yourself. No, ano ba yung goals and how much risk are you comfortable taking? No, once that's clear, you can start matching yung investments to your strategy. For example, no, if you're more conservative and want stability, bond funds or balance funds might be a good fit because they focus on income and lower volatility. On the other hand naman, if you have a longer time horizon and can handle more ups and downs, then equity funds or global growth funds could offer higher potential returns. So it's really about no aligning yung characteristics of the investment like historical performance, volatility and growth potential with your own investment objectives and timeline. So everything that we discussed earlier no should help you determine kung ano yung stocks or funds or securities. And again, no, when you understand your goals, your investment goals and risk tolerance better, then choosing the right securities become also easier.
Thank you, Anjo. And also, another question from the chat box. I can answer this one. Can we deposit dollars? How much is the minimum amount? Yes, you can deposit naman po dollars. You can actually check out yung funding options natin sa ating website. But if you want to ask me, for example, minimum for the funds, it really depends on the specific fund. So may iba 200 USD or yung iba is 300. So it really depends. In moving on, actually, we have last one from the advanced questions, the list. Anjo is, what are the fundamentals of pooled funds and how do they differ from individual stock picking?
Okay. So, ang pooled funds natin are investment vehicles that combine money from multiple investors. So, um, again, we pull in the funds no into a single portfolio, which is then managed by professional fund managers. Some of its key fundamentals are diversification and economies of scale. It helps investors spread risk across many assets and gain access to better pricing, while individual stock picking naman concentrates risk in fewer positions.
Thank you, Anjo. Actually, we'll cater one more question before we wrap up. Another one from Miss Rochelle, no? Hi Anjo, I need your opinion if it's okay for me to be aggressive if starting pa lang ako sa career but I want to invest sa equity.
Okay. Actually, if you want to invest in equity, and again, this all starts with knowing your investment objectives and risk tolerance, no? And based pa lang naman on what Rochelle mentioned na she wants to invest in equities, it is definitely okay to be aggressive kasi equities in its nature, no, they are really the aggressive investments when it comes to uh the financial investment world, no.
Okay, thanks, Anjo. Maybe last one, I can answer for this one. Can we invest in FundSmart using the first Metrosec mobile app? We advise that you do use po yung aming desktop version so that you can actually utilize yung features and also you get to check yung ating FundSmart as a whole. Okay? And actually, we do receive some questions, but we'll gather them and we'll reply accordingly. We'll answer them offline na. Okay? Ayan. So, Once again, thank you so much for all your questions. We've received it together with yung mga initial ones that we have received earlier for the past few days. Last na lang po, favor from us, no, is that to answer our feedback form. Ayan. So our feedback form is showing on your screen. We also value your feedback. You can share your thoughts and also experience with us by scanning the QR code and answering our feedback form. You can actually put there if may mga topics kayo that you want BPI Wealth to also discuss or hindi natin na-cover for tonight. Kasi nakikita po namin yung inyong mga feedback. We appreciate your contribution and look forward to implementing positive changes based on your valuable feedback. While the participants are answering the feedback survey, may we request some parting words na lang siguro or advice from our guest speaker, Anjo?
Okay. Again, I want to thank everyone for listening to today's session. No, uh, again, I hope no that we will be able to overcome yung mga fears natin when it comes to investing and start yung and for those no who are just beginning their investment journey, it's always best to start now no even for those mga existing investors natin alam na rin nila yan na the best time is now to invest.
Okay. Thank you, Anjo. Once again, on behalf of First Metro Securities Brokerage Corporation, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to our speaker. We have Anjo and also BPI Wealth team no, for gracing us with their time and presence. It's truly an evening well spent. Thank you also to everyone who attended tonight, lalo na mga nagda-drive or pauwi pa. We sincerely hope that you learn a lot and that these insights and lessons from our speaker will make your journey not just more secured, and profitable, but also more enjoyable. We hope to see you again in our future learning events because over here at First Metro Securities, we put your future first. Have a great evening, everyone. Keep safe po. This is Tara as your host, and also we have Hazel as our Zoom moderator. Ingat po. Maraming salamat.